What's up, y'all? You're doing great. Get a little workout, a little talk in here. Let's go. Excuse the fit, man. Yeah, man, we out here, middle of the day. What is it? 12:17 p.m. Wednesday. Excuse the fit, man. A little farmer fit on. Figured you guys might like that. Go with the unconventional grit or whatever. Ain't hitting too heavy on shoulder press here. Honestly, my shoulders have always been kind of a weak part of me. That's my own fault. I haven't focused on them as much as I have other areas like chest. Realize something. Turn it down a little bit. Realize something though. You get a big chest, a lot of times you gotta grow your shoulders because your shoulders obviously support your arms, everything, it's all connected. Obviously I've developed my shoulders while hitting chest and so on and so forth, but to really develop the right physique, everything's gotta be integrated. And that brings me into what I want to talk about today. Full on integration with everything that you're doing in life in general. Similar to working out, lifting, exercise, especially bodybuilding, strength training, in particular, everything, honestly, but in particular, that's what I'm talking about right now. If your shoulders aren't developed enough, you won't be able to push as much weight with your chest, your arms, so on and so forth, to be able to develop the muscle as properly as you'd like to, on the strength side or on the hypertrophy side, right? And again, that's what I've ran into in the past, where maybe I've hit a cap on my overall strength when it comes to chest, simply because I haven't developed my shoulders enough to carry the same amount of weight. And you see, this is something that happens a lot of the time in life altogether. You see, we go really hard in the one area of our life. We try and develop at the fastest pace as possible. And that's great. We do have to have time periods like that. And props to you when you do that. But the thing is a lot of times what you'll find, and what I've found in my experience, is that sometimes you have to find alignment in the midst of that process. Meaning, you'll get to a point where you're wondering what else you need to do, why things aren't progressing as fast as they were before. And what you'll find is that oftentimes it's a less focused on part of our life, of our mindset, of our habits, of our overall development and spiritual process that is causing us some misalignment. It's causing us to not be able to progress as much and as fast. Just that real quick. You guys might notice new rack. Found it at Goodwill, man. Got a good price on it and some other weights. So, other racks over here. I'll probably show you guys that in a minute. So anyways, back to what I was saying. We get to these certain points, and sometimes it makes us very upset to not be progressing as much as we'd like to be feeling behind or stuck in some sort of way. We have an emotional reaction to what's going on. Lo and behold, we are truly still progressing, though. It just doesn't feel as good as it might have before. You know, we can get so caught up in the feeling of success, how great it feels to grow and develop. But sometimes we forget the need to remind ourselves how good it feels, or how great it is, even when it doesn't feel good when you're growing. Right? Sometimes when you grow, it doesn't feel good. That's my point. And because of our obsession with growth or development or success or whatever it may be, sometimes it's easy to forget that we have to be in full alignment. It's easy to forget that we are always creating and manifesting and attracting the life that comes to us. So sometimes we get so hell-bent on improving one area of our life, one area of our trade, our skill, or whatever it is, that we forget about all the other areas. And so those other areas fall behind in one way, shape, or form. And then we blame everybody else. It's very easy in these times to feel upset, to have an emotional reaction once again, and halt our progress. Now, I'm a big proponent of everything happens for the right reason. Everything happens for a reason, and it's the right reason as well, whether it be good or bad. Something I've been learning about, I've always loved that kind of idea since I was a kid, but something I've been learning about personally is that, in particular, everything happens for the right reasons. Meaning, even things that screw you over, or they're not very fun, or it feels like you're going backwards, it's all meant to teach you something. Every last part of it is meant to help you learn, develop, and grow for whatever the universe and God has in store for you. But again, what happens a lot of time is we might get on a roll, producing, doing better, improving in these areas, and then one thing knocks us off. Next thing you know, we're off track, we're blaming other people, and we're having a very emotional reaction. I love this song. Let's go. Ooh.